What if I don't know a lot of rich people to invest in my deal? This is probably one of the most common questions that early stage people who are new to this business tend to ask. And what I put back to them is I'll say, well, what kind of people do you know? Well, I know a lot of hard money lenders. I know a lot of private money lenders. I know this, I know that. And I'll say, well, why do you know all these private money lenders? Why do you know all the hard money lenders that fund your deals now? You're doing fix and flips or whatever you're doing. Why is it that you know all these people? How is it that you know commercial mortgage lenders? How is it that you know mortgage brokers? Because, I mean, if you don't know wealthy people, why is it that you know these other type people? Well, the reason is very clear. And the reason is because you're looking for those people. You go out and you look for them. So when you're earlier in your career and you're starting to do small real estate deals, you go out and you look for private money lenders, hard money lenders. Those may be the people that show up at the real estate events that you go to. They may be the people who are on Facebook that are making posts because they've got money to lend, you've got money you want to borrow, and so it's a natural fit. So you look for those people and you start to network with them. You create relationships. Maybe you create a vendor type relationship where they're loaning to you and they become like a partner in a certain way to your business. They become an affiliate or a very important trusted partner. Well, don't you think the same thing will likely be true when you start looking for wealthy people to put equity money as passive investors into your deal? Of course it will. It will be exactly the same. So the reason that you don't know a lot of wealthy people now is because you're probably not looking for them. If you were looking for them, and if you had a story to tell them that would be interesting to those people, and you had deal terms that were going to be favorable and interesting to those people, and you had all the pieces lined up that we help you to organize, then you would probably start finding these wealthier people and you'd be able to create relationships with them so that you can move forward and start doing deals the way that you want to, the way that Wall Street does deals, with better quality money that doesn't have the same kind of points, the same kind of pricing, the same kind of restrictions, and the same kind of difficulties that maybe some of your lending money comes with. So you want this high quality equity money. You want the private placement funds because it's going to give you discretion, whether it's syndication or otherwise. You want high quality money to do your deals with. And all you have to do is start looking for it. I tell the story about looking for yellow cars. How often do you see a yellow car? You probably don't see yellow cars all that often, but that's because you don't look for them. If I said tomorrow, start looking for yellow cars, you'll probably see a yellow car every single day. They're out there. You just don't see them that often. It's exactly the same thing with finding investors. They're out there. They're everywhere. They're in elevators, escalators, they're in bars, they're in lounges. I mean, they're in movie theaters, they're everywhere. You just have to get in the habit of talking to people and telling them what you do in a compelling way. And you need deal terms that are compelling, and you need interesting things. And by the way, compelling deal terms do not only mean that you're selling a deal that's going to have some ridiculously high interest rate that's going to be paid to them. Because believe it or not, people are very sensitive. And if you blurt out a really high number, they may just think you're pulling on their leg and that it's not going to be real. So you want to give them a realistic number, not a fake number that is probably going to happen. You want to give them a realistic number. And if you can do that and they follow along and they find that your background is suitable and the asset class that you're working in is something they're interested in, or the geography that you're working in works for them, then they'll give you a chance. And then who knows? Then they become your early investors. And by the way, they may stay with you for a long time. They may introduce you to more friends. Your network will grow over time. And eventually the amount of money that you manage, the amount of money that you take in will increase over time. It happens to every single early stage syndicator who gets into the long term, is that their pool of investors always increases because they work at it. It takes some energy. This is not something that takes 5 minutes, but this is a great business over the long term. You just have to go out there and stake your claim.